Hey guys, it's Aaron the home for mobile reviews A.C, and today I'm going to do a review of the LifeProof Fre for the iPhone 7. This is the 16th LifeProof case that I've seen in the last 4 years. It's the 15th review of a LifeProof case that I've done in the last 4 years. And I do have to say, this is probably the best LifeProof case in the last 4 years. Surprisingly, the Fre is actually the best sounding case out of the current crop of waterproof cases that I am reviewing. Handling is decent, but the size and durability lowers the score a bit, mostly because it broke after 2 drops. And if you're wondering if it was waterproof after that, well, stay tuned. But my biggest gripe with it is that the screen protector still diffuses the iPhone screen. For my LifeProof Fre review, I've given this case a score of 3.7 A's out of 5. It's better than the Dog and Bone Wetsuit, is on par with the Dog and Bone Wetsuit Impact, but still falls short of the Ghost Tech Atomic 3.0. But that doesn't mean it's a bad waterproof case. In fact, the Fre will be a great case for most people, and I'll elaborate on that in a minute, or a few minutes. If you need more information, check out my website. Links are in the eye or the description section below. You might be wondering, why are the scores a bit lower than when compared to other iPhone cases? And that's because the scoring system for waterproof cases takes into account a lot more stuff. I look for a lot more things with waterproof cases than I do for, I don't have a slim case, but a regular slim case. So that's kind of why.
真正使用，真正查實 Mobile Reviews A.ca
Mobile reviews A.C, and we base everything you do on actual usage. So when we get waterproof cases, well, we have to see if they're waterproof, and then we have to drop them, and then we have to test the audio that comes from the iPhone inside the case. And we only do this to make sure that we can help people make the best decision with their hard-earned money. Does it get boring reviewing a LifeProof Fre over and over and over and over and over and over and over again? Yes, it kind of does, but this is my job, and I actually enjoy it. Here's the LifeProof Fre Power, and here's the LifeProof Fre for the iPhone 6. Lots of Fre. I'm so free. For design, the Fre at its thickest point is one of the bigger iPhone cases out there. You won't notice the bulk much because the bulk is actually at the very bottom of the case. On our first pass, I initially thought that LifeProof had basically recycled the iPhone 6 case, but they've definitely done several different things to the iPhone 7 version. The first one that's noticeable is that the speaker cutouts are now different, as it looks like certain sound is channeled through the front rather than just the bottom and the back like the iPhone 6 version. LifeProof did decide to add an actual spot for a wrist strap, which is awesome. Elaborate on that in a minute. And the mute switch has a better feel to it. They've changed the mute switch design a little bit, we'll say. The case fits well together and handles great. There is a lot of texture on the case, so it won't slide around easily, and despite the case being larger than the Atomic 3.0, it is actually quite light. The case will show wear and tear a bit more than other cases because the back scratches quite easily, which is something I noted for the iPhone 6 version. Basic functionality, your iPhone is the best out of the 4 waterproof cases I've reviewed so far. The LifeProof Fre has the best sound based on my pink noise test and general usage. Now, I will have to say this, I'm going to say this a lot in the next 13 seconds, is that the sound coming from the iPhone inside any waterproof case is not good. It is always muted, call quality always suffers a bit. Sound is a little better coming from the speakers because it gets projected through the back, so usually you can hear it all, but it doesn't get any better and call quality will suffer. I've read enough comments from people saying that you don't mention the sound, and I do, and I'm making sure that I mention the sound in this review. The LifeProof Fre is the best sounding waterproof case out there, but it still sucks. The buttons on the LifeProof Fre are stiffer than most cases, and the screen quality, like every other LifeProof case that I review, is below average. I will note that the rainbowing has generally disappeared, which, good job, LifeProof. The port cutout is large enough for third-party cables, and I didn't notice any terrible issues with the cameras, though fingerprinting on the front camera might be annoying for the selfie-mongers. The Fre does offer a bit more versatility than the standard case, as the texture is exceptional, which makes it very usable when it's wet, and the ability to attach a wrist strap is great for people who are planning on swimming with your iPhone. LifeProof actually omitted the wrist strap attachment point on the iPhone 6 version. They do have it on the Galaxy S7 version, but leaving it on the iPhone 6 version was odd to me, because I've been knocked over by enough waves and throughout my entire life to know that anything that isn't attached to me while getting knocked over by a wave will get lost. Now, before we get to the protection portion, if you are thinking about getting the LifeProof Fre, consider getting it through my site. As LifeProof didn't give me this case to review, I had to go buy it myself, and this iPhone is one I had to go buy myself and drop by myself. So all this stuff, if you like what I do and want me to keep doing it, consider showing your support by getting the product through my site, because I'll get commissions for it, which means I get to feed Monty. maybe me. Now, when it comes to protection, LifeProof Fre offers average drop in water protection at 6.6 feet or 2 meters. The edges of their case are decent and will keep the screen off a flat surface. Now, the initial water test didn't produce any errors, but our durability test when I dropped the Fre twice on a sidewalk resulted in a slight chip and or crack. If you're wondering how the LifeProof Fre stacks against other cases, do check out that durability test video. Now, was the case waterproof after the damage? Oddly enough, the case was still waterproof after this chip, which was kind of surprising to me. Now, I don't feel bad breaking this case, even though I paid $90 for it, because LifeProof has a great warranty on their products. So if you've got an issue with it, there's a good chance they're just going to send you another case. And this is probably the only case manufacturer that does this consistently, from my opinion. And the process is incredibly simple. I broke the iPhone 6 version, had to fill in a piece of paper, and I got my case within 2 days. So they're pretty good about stuff like that. That is why I say it's probably the best case for the average person because of that warranty. You can easily get a busted case replaced. They won't replace your iPhone if you mess it up in water, but they will replace the case that's in it. So that's all I got. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section below. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe, as I produce content 2 to 3 times a week, and all my reviews are based on actual usage. There will be no fluff pieces ever, because fluff pieces are stupid. They're quick to make, and by golly, they'll get your website up there in the rankings, but they're absolute crap in my opinion. This is Monty the Ho. He is sitting quietly, very politely, wearing his Christmas jingle. Find me on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and sometimes Snapchat. I'm Aaron the Ho. Thank you for watching.